Hey guys, I've had a few people ask what do we do when we water. Well, for the most part, we don't water. God does. But for those times when we have to, I'll show you what we do. But I'm going to show you the back field where Danny, I don't know that you can see Danny's there. But I'm standing in the Back to Eden garden. And on that hill back there, we don't water. We take water when we plant the first slips, the sweet potato slips, and we water, but that's it. Up there by the house, right in there, is a water faucet. So you see the hose drug down here? Okay, what I do is I come down here with that hose. That's the Back to Eden garden. The sugar cane down here, the Back to Eden garden. Strawberries, that's the apple tree, guys. Somebody wanted to know how big it is. It actually was taller than that, but let me show you what happened to it. Okay guys, we're having issues. We knew this might happen.
Where the woodpeckers pecked on it and burnt the top of the limb.
And so this is the one that has probably some of the most apples on it it's one of the major limbs of the tree. And Danny's going to try and prop it back up. We're going to need one out here on the ends.
Well, what it is this right here. Got it caught.
So this is his stick that he's made to hold limbs up, but we're probably going to need a couple more. So now he has another one. Show me your stick.
It's got a little.
Little.
It's fixing to break off. I can tell you now.
So we're probably going to lose about half of our apple tree. It's going to be pretty close if you can see the size of those limbs. And this is what happens when woodpeckers eat the top out of it. And the limbs are
loaded with so many little apples. I can't get it up high as it was.
So if there's any suggestions on what to do with little green apples, they're about the size of
golf balls.
Maybe a golf ball. And there's probably, 100 or better on this, or more?
Or more.
At least 100 little green apples on this tree. So if you have any suggestions, the next 2 days I'm probably going to be needing them. I hate losing that many, but that's what happens when
the woodpeckers destroy your tree.
A woodpecker destroys the tree. And we've tried. You can see.
You can see where they've pecked holes in them everywhere.
This is the damage they've done all in here. And we have apples here, but look underneath at the damage. This is from woodpeckers, so you can see here and over there, they've just ruined our apple tree. All this is from them just taking the bark off. So this limb is pretty heavy, and we've got a lot of damage here. It's just according to whether it'll hold or not. That one was just too heavy. So we're going to lose a lot of apples, guys. It's just
certainly looking like it.
Just one of those things that happens on the homestead between animals and your fruits and vegetables. That is the majority of our tree right there that just broke. And it is just loaded. We're going to keep watering it. And we're going to hope that these apples get a chance to reach maturity. You can look right here. That apple is probably a little bit bigger than a golf ball. Some of them are just good, quarter size, I guess you would say. but some of them are even bigger, like golf ball size. A few of them may even be up to tennis ball size. So they're getting there, but there's so many on the tree that it's going to be tough to lose this many apples if that little part of the tree doesn't furnish them with something nutrition, and we have to keep watering to keep it there. But back to my watering. I'm going to start down here with the carrot beds. There's one here and one on the other side of the Back to Eden garden. I'm going to water both of them, and I'm going to start with the Back to Eden garden, the tomatoes and the rattlesnake beans behind it. The strawberry beds, I have one here, the apple tree, strawberry bed here, onion bed over there on the back. Well, we have fruit trees. There's an apple tree there. On the back we have blackberries, sugar cane behind it, and down on the far end more blackberries. We're also going to be harvesting, if you can see this, let me show you right quick. The Back to Eden garden is looking awesome. So far it's been so hot, we hadn't had any rain, so nothing's growing. But once we get rain next week, the weeds will probably start. But the tomatoes actually have little tomatoes on them. And these are the Amish paste. So it's time to tie them up again. And you see the leaves are looking a little droopy because it's the end of the day. And it's fixing to get watered. I haven't done that yet. These are the rattlesnake beans, guys. Some of them are already as tall as the fence. And some of them are just playing catch up. I've planted these twice, so we've got an excellent stand now. And you can see the fence is going to come in handy. I've had to weave some at the top already. And there's actually blooms. Right there. See the bloom? We've got blooms all in it. So we should have rattlesnake beans shortly. The carrot bed down here and the one up above it, we're almost through with. We'll clean those out probably within a week or so. All this is our sugar cane, but down there some more blackberries. All this brown stuff is clover. That's red clover we're fixing to harvest. And I'm going to show you guys. It was beautiful a week or so ago. You just reach and grab. That's the seeds. And then you spread them wherever you want. So we're going to come through here and pull these off in the next day or two. Put them in a bucket and take them all over the property and plant them. Because we want red clover growing everywhere. Here, I put a little bitty apple tree here. And it's living, so we're going to see what it does. Some of my ginger is coming up. It's looking a little yellow, but it's coming up. Right there. And the turmeric, it was in here. It hasn't started coming up yet. So, but you can see there's roots down in there. So, the ginger and turmeric should start coming up. And we had wood chips in here. I've got to get on the back side and clean this. But it's holding pretty good. The berries are looking pretty awesome. How about that sky, guys? Isn't it gorgeous tonight? It's looking awesome. Here we have a mulberry tree. These are the big, long, black mulberries. And we have a second one right down there. This huge tree is a flowering crabapple. It does make crab apples. It's bloomed twice. So we should have a good harvest of crab apples. And I'm trying to give you an overall view of the backyard. This is Danny's grandpa's fig. 2 years ago, this thing was not even knee-high, and now it's over my head. It has grown fast with rabbit manure, and I'm going to tell you, 2 years, it's went from maybe 2 foot tall to 8 foot tall. That's pretty good. And this puts on the big, huge, like huge figs. And it's got figs. You see they're little. The first ones fell off. It bloomed really early, and most of them fell off. But look, we already got figs that size from the first ones. And then the little ones coming on. We have around the triangle, we have cucumbers. This is my yarrow. That is our big fig tree. We usually get about 25 to 30 gallons of figs off that tree every year, and it is loaded. Loaded, loaded, loaded. This is a pecan tree, and again we have the red clover around it that we're going to be harvesting. The other pecan tree down here. All behind here are pear trees, all down this side. Plus you see the grapevine, it's a muscadine. My asparagus bed. I think we have 3 pear trees there, and this tree is a mimosa. In full bloom, guys. In full bloom. Mimosas are a beautiful tree, but when they put on their seeds, they spread everywhere, so we have to keep the yard mowed from that. So this is what the backyard looks like. Down that way is our garden with our corn and stuff. Our pig pen across here. And this slopes down and goes back up on that hill. It's hard to tell. You think it's flat, but it's not. It goes down about 12, 15 feet down there to that, and then back up, maybe 20 feet. And this is what our yard looks like. Overall, this was the backyard. And so back to watering. You wanted to know how I water? I drag this hose everywhere, all over the place, and back and forth, and it takes a while. And we are on a well, so we're using well water, not community water. And I've got to get busy. It's going to get dark, and we wait till late. It's probably, I imagine it's 7:15, 7:30. So we're going to start watering. I am, and Danny's planting right now, and then we're going to be back. These pots over here, we have a hose at the well house that reaches these pots, and our big garden, where our English peas and stuff is, on the hill, up at the top of the hill, that hose reaches there and down here, and the hugel bed. So one hose reaches all those, and then one hose down here will reach all of this. So that's how we water. The rest of it, God takes care of. We don't worry about it. If we harvest something, we harvest. If we don't, we don't. But guys, I'm sick about my apple tree. That just broke my heart. So Danny's got things propped up under all of it. We're just going to pray for the best and hope our apples make it. And that is our backyard tour, how we water, and it's hot, and I got to get busy. Bye, guys.